Probably.
Or do I have to wait for my watch to notify me
And
again
we're
like
live.
last time?
We are live.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Hi, everybody.
Why, hello there.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, strangers.
Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah. Tony, you can't say that while you're drinking your mysterious liquid from your
Milk.
mason jar.
I just love milk.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Again, I mean, I know that there's never a great way to start these things, but and we always want to give a little bit of a buffer so that way if people want to hop in, they can.
Yeah.
But geez, there's gotta be a civilized conversation that we'll have at the beginning of one of these at some point.
So how do you guys feel about My Little Pony?
No.
Cam, what are we doing today?
We're playing Pathfinder.
Oh, is that it? Okay. I'll remove the Candyland board.
Yep.
We're
We're gonna kill some goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to campaign 2.
No
just
ceremony.
nothing. No ceremony.
We're just done with the last one. Moving on.
Yeah, let's just
After the whole finger slicing thing, we just felt that it was a little bit too much. There was nothing else that we could do. Isaac has gone too far. It was just a little bit too much.
He had to be put down. We just moved on with this whole campaign.
we took him out back.
He just got a little too jaded.
Gosh,
for God's sake.
Bum.
Oh man, but yeah, doing good. Can't complain. Hi everyone, we're Naked Roll Rats. We're gonna play some D&D. Welcome to our Homebrew campaign of Seeking the Cardinals. Are we really on 46? That's crazy.
I don't know. I just started at this point. I just put numbers in. I just guess.
just
I don't know. Probably.
We've
number 46 question mark.
We've been at 46 for the last 7 episodes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start putting random numbers. 84, 1002.
Episode 1.
Just
Tony
keep doing
just
episode
knows
1.
that-
People love episode 1s.
Yeah.
Episode 1 continued for the last year.
1 part 42.
Yeah.
Part 1. Yeah, part 2. That's going to be the name of campaign 2. It's just going to be episode 1, and
I like
that's going to be great. Amazing. But yeah, hi, I'm Tam. I'm your guys' GM. Go by she, her. I play everyone that is not one of these guys.
Hey everyone, I'm Ethan. I'm playing Isaac Crow, the party's wizard, and both of us go by he, him.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm playing Arden Petrova, the Shadow Monk. We both go by he, him.
You're stealing my bit.
My name's Jake.
It's actually my bit because I go first now.
True. Ownership is 9/10 the law or whatever. Hi, I'm Jade. I'm playing Oleander Rostar, the Wood Elf Circle of Dreams druid, and both of us go by he, they.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I'm playing Benjamin Chrysanthos, the party's Room Knight Fighter. I go by he, him, and he goes by he, him as well.
Beautiful. And our Warlock of Ruby is going to be out today. But I will do my best not to get any more of their fingers chopped off, if that's fair for everyone else here at the table.
we don't know if that's what they want. Actually, they might want more fingers.
You know what? If I had asked Ruby 2 episodes ago, I'm pretty sure the answer was no. I don't want to lose any fingers. Why would I want to do that? now I don't know what that answer is. So, just like how I tell you guys that I won't waste your spell slots, I will not make that decision for Ruby if that comes up in this game plan.
Oh, good.
I don't apologize for Isaac. I don't I don't waste spell slots, and I won't commit to Ruby losing any more fingers.
Good. Hey, shout out anybody missing fingers.
Hey, just like my mom.
Shout out to Jaden's mom. This episode is sponsored by
Jaden's.
Jaden's
Oh,
mom.
God.
This episode is sponsored by Milwaukee Table Saws, which took my mother's finger when I was 6.
Milwaukee.
This episode should
we'll take
be
your
s-
fingers.
yeah.
Take your
Milwaukee.
fingers.
You pay for the product, not your fingers.
This episode should be sponsored by Sauce Stop, but alas, it is not. We don't have that budget, so
Didn't get back to us in time. Shame.
hence the reason why we are losing fingers. It goes full circle. So
It goes me.
and then katunk if your finger hits it. That's the
Right,
point of the
right,
Sauce
yeah.
Stop.
Doesn't that destroy the blade though when it does stop? That,
Yeah, it like
that?
it like
Yeah.
ruins your machine, but it saves
It
your
saves the
hands.
thing. Yep,
So
saves your finger.
Yeah,
which-
what's cheaper, a saw blade or a hospital bill?
yeah, that's a story for another time.
No, let's
I
just keep
have- I
talking about
do-
this. Talking about
You know, I'll save
I-
it for next week, and that can be the story we'll cold open on next week, is how my
Okay.
mom lost her
So
finger.
this is
Yeah,
this
Can we
is
bring
like
her
Taylor's
in to tell
pigeon
it?
story.
Yeah, it's like my pigeon
Guest
story.
visitor.
Literally sponsored and featuring Jaden's mom.
Oh, good. Guest star.
Look, we even have like a little box that we could put her in at the end of the line.
We've been saving this box for this moment.
For
And
s-
only this moment.
Yeah, guest stars. That's where it's for.
Then I'd have to explain to my mom what D&D is and how it
Oh,
works.
boy.
and
No,
that's just-
she's just here to to share the Milwaukee story, and then
And then it'll
And
like
then we'll-
freeze on
yeah.
a unflattering camera frame of her, and then nothing
and then
else
she
for
doesn't
the
have
rest
to
of
worry
this.
about it for the rest of
Yep.
it.
Or we could just get her to play a barbarian. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Hey, peasants are fun to play. Speaking of playing,
Thanks,
Yeah,
Taylor. That's
yeah. Speaking of playing,
beautiful
when
segue.
you shouldn't play with table saws. It really.
Gosh dang. So last week, you all had pretty much just converged on Isaac as you all had tried to stop him from potentially using the black spot on various people within the conference chamber that you were all in. Successfully able to do so due to some really nice holding magic and getting people out of the way and of the such. During the process, Ruby had attempted to remove Isaac's spellbook. Isaac's spellbook did not want to leave and had a little bit of a reaction at that point. But after the Scrollmaster was able to cast the wish spell, the black spot had fallen to the ground. Artem was able to collect it and escort it with the Scrollmaster as well as Captain Dutson into a holding chamber to be contained until you are all ready to go and take it away far, far away from here. While that was going on, the rest of you were left in the council room, and there was some talk about what to do about Isaac. Isaac had suggested that Ruby take his spellbook, to which, the spellbook did not really want to go with anybody. And after some joking words about the familiar of the spellbook, the familiar known to you all as Nyx had emerged from the spellbook. Ruby tried to basically pet him and in a reaction was bit by Nyx, and Ruby's finger or a part of Ruby's finger had turned to jade. It was then advised by Isaac to Ruby to remove the jade as quickly as possible, hence cutting the finger off. The finger was cut off, the jade remained on the hand, and now there's a jade appendage that Ruby can now carry around in their pocket.
Which finger was it again?
The left pointer finger. So no finger guns for Ruby, just thumbs up. Unless you do double barrel, then it's only 3 barrel is all that Ruby can do now. As
Just a sawed-off shotgun.
yeah, basically. Ruby's Eldritch Blast just got like 1,000 times more powerful for some reason.
It only has a 10-meter range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's kind of sick, actually. Eldritch shotgun.
Yeah.
Next campaign item done.
Man, I ran into this weird-looking glove.
That's sick, actually. I really like that.
It's the only reason why the next world is gonna have gunpowder is just to have an Eldritch shotgun. And after seeing that, it was decided that Isaac was going to be put under house arrest, in addition to Ruby also being put under some monitoring as well. So for the time that you are all here, Isaac cannot leave the keep until you guys are ready to ship off. Ruby may get let out at some point, but is taking a beat currently, while the rest of you had ventured over to the Timbers and Tankards to see if there was any of the crew that you had with you on the catfish that had made their way potentially to Trost. You had seen Damon, the captain that had come with you all, in a little bit of a Eeyore rainy cloud kind of mood, as his crew had already set off, and had told him basically to wait here for them. But as that day came to a close, Isaac was summoned back into the council chamber with the Scrollmaster. I think that's everything. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. I always feel bad doing recap. I'm like, did I catch everything?
Also, most important thing, my cat got stuck in a box.
Yes.
Oh, it was
your cat
so
did
sad.
Get stuck in a box.
I got mind wipe.
You did.
That happened.
Purely
And now I don't
And
remember
willingly.
who I am.
Who am I?
Portia's gonna become the big bad of this, but for a completely different reason. Who did this to my husband? But as you are brought back into the council chamber here, Isaac, the Scrollmaster had just asked you to come and sit and chat. The fire in this room is alight, and he goes, please, we need to talk.
Kind of hesitantly take a seat.
He stares across the table at you and goes, the Cardinal informed me a bit of what occurred. you need to tell me what is going on with you and this seemingly jaded curse of yours. Because from the things that I am hearing, knowing that it is spreading is not ideal.
Oh. Hmm. Where to begin? I am aware that this curse is seemingly connected to a scroll master, Alabaster. I'm gonna try and gauge his reaction as I say that name.
There, go ahead and make an insight check for me. 13. There is a Tony, it is so hard to focus when you have little puppy eyes at the bottom of your screen.
And I'm crying already. Oh
I know.
God.
Just get it together, man. Come on. With a 13, you do see that there is a moment of recognition. He doesn't look surprised, if that makes sense, but there is a note of recognition there.
I've been trying to understand this affliction as much as I can. It is seemingly getting worse, and I'm hoping I'm able to find the cure through Sorna.
He kind of smiles a bit and he goes, well, you all going on doing what you can for her is going to be the best thing of freeing her, and of course, she may be grateful enough to answer your plight. I heard your plea earlier, and had things gone differently, we may have talked about using that not necessarily that scroll, but a scroll on your arm. But you must understand that the priorities definitely shifted as things progressed. But your plea was sincere. And if Sorna gives any reason to doubt your intention and doubt the need for you to be removed of this curse, I will happily stand with you and stand as testament to it. But just know that this is still scary and this is still dangerous. I believe that the Cardinal had mentioned to you a rumbling of a jaded army building in the south of Tyr. And it sounds like those rumblings are starting to become a little bit more real than just rumors. So, be careful. And on the Cardinals themselves, please don't let anyone else touch that spellbook.
Understood. Before we depart, I do want to apologize. I certainly had no intention of harming you or anybody.
I mean, evil items will bear evil deeds, so not entirely surprised that you reacted in kind. However, you should know that is the reason why we were a little bit surprised that you came even bearing it in the first place.
I understand. Another thing, this is perhaps a bit bold, but if Sorna is perhaps unwilling to help or can't, perhaps my payment can be one of those scrolls.
I will say go ahead and do a persuasion check with advantage.
There's a chance.
Simply because like this is still banking off of the persuasion, like you succeeded your previous persuasion check. Okay.
16.
And he goes, you saw the complexity of that scroll. I am happy to, if this is the payment that you ask of us in order for you to go and free Sorna, and she is not able or willing to address your problem, I am happy to use another one of these strictly for that purpose. However, you must free her. She must be okay. And once we have removed this from you, we need to make you a new spellbook. One that is yours. One that is built for you.
As much as I appreciate it, once this is, and I'll kind of motion to my arm, gone, I think it would probably be best to give up magic. I think it'd be nice having a nice break from the arcane.
He looks at you rather surprised. And he goes, there is something that happens when working with specifically animals, and I will say horses in particular. I don't know if you have ever seen the beautiful water horse races that happen over in Esterpool, but they are rather fascinating. These creatures that are caught from the ocean waves and brought onto land, and these beasts of flesh and water and a craving for meat and terrifying teeth, and they choose to race them, and it's a whole spectacle. Oftentimes, when someone is new to the races and they see the danger and the amount of work and fear that is on the beach at the time of the race, they often disappear for a while. They remove themselves. But something calls them back to that beach, and it's the meaning of understanding that there could be a partnership there. And they can feel the wind in their hair, and they can understand what a gift the ocean has given to them. As a lover and an honorer of the arcane myself, I would encourage you to not let this be your water horse. But I understand if you do need a break. You're welcome for proper tutelage here. There's also the Stiana Institute is always looking for new trainees, and from what it sounds like you have talent, but have just been given an ill presenting water horse. Something that will happily buck you off and tear you to shreds if it would see fit. I would be interested to see what you could do with a tame beast.
I'll consider it, but I think our love for the arcane might be a little bit just too different.
Understood. You get kicked enough times. That's a very valid feeling. But just know that if you ever do come back to it, there's a safe stable here.
It's good to know. I am going to try and relax as much as I can before we inevitably have to get on the seas once again, so...
Of course. We will escort you back to your room. Like the Cardinal said, while you are here, you are a guest, so even though you are going to be a confined one, please, if there's anything that we can do, or if there is anything that you care to research or know of, do not hesitate to ask the guards outside of your room.
Well, if you are going to offer that, there are a couple spells that I very much like to add to the book before leaving.
He goes, I will see what I can do.
Thank you.
And he motions over to his guard and goes, in the morning, please get this list from Sir Crow, and we will see if we can facilitate what we can. And the guard nods, and he kind of waves the two of you off and goes, have a good night, Isaac.
You as well. Thank you.
And the scroll master is left in the council room as you are returned to your chamber for the night. And all of you, the rest of you, I know Artem was going back to the ship. Were the rest of you going to be at the keep, at the tavern, or at the ship?
Ollie,
I was planning to stay at the keep.
I was also planning to stay at the keep.
Okay, beautiful.
I
Free with walls, pay money, or on a boat with a bunch of creepy people.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Rude.
Except for Artem.
No. We're all
Asterisk.
we are all equally perfect in our own way.
What about his wife?
No, she's freaky.
Yeah, Portia's the most terrifying thing on that boat.
Ollie got yelled at for something that wasn't even his fault. He's not getting back on that fucking boat.
Oh no, you
we
are
talked-
getting back on that boat.
I'm so sorry, I can't remember her name, but we talked to a high priestess today?
You talked to the cardinal, and then Lady Balasar, and then her daughter was there as well. You didn't really talk to the daughter very much. She was pretty quiet, but the cardinal of Lady Balasar was the main one that you were talking to.
Right. I'm looking for someone of religious upkeep.
Okay, let me grab you her daughter then, is
Yeah. Thanks.
likely who you will be looking for. As I pull up names.
I am gonna drag Ollie along with me for this one.
Okay.
Just with a simple, hey, Ollie, sorry, I know we're kind of supposed to be relaxing, but I got a thought. I just have to see about something first.
Gotta see a man about a horse.
Oh God, Clover, what happened to you, my boy?
Oh, right, here's your cat. I forgot, yes.
Oh, good. You know, you.
There's like the immediate like circles like just in your arms and like just the leaning and
I know. You rest for the rest of the evening, and I will call upon you in the morning, and we can talk. And I will dismiss Clover into the
just
to
with
the
the
shadow
biggest...
realm.
I'm just imagining the biggest bear hug so much that your familiar just poofs like.
No, yeah, we're petting, we're cooing, and then she just kind of turns into gold mist.
Just...
That was a great visual effect. Yeah.
What were you thinking about?
Well, trees. I was thinking about trees, and then I got really concerned, and I just have to ask questions about gods.
You know, ironically, I also have a few questions about gods and trees, so...
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about your visions.
Yeah, it's...
A big deal. I'm so sorry.
I'm not sure if it is, because I asked them about removing the black spot from Isaac, and now that's past tense, so I'm not sure if it's still relevant or not, but...
Well, there's black spot still remains to be seen.
Fair. But yes, I'd be happy to join you.
Right. Yes, let's go.
Okay. After a little bit of as you guys go to leave your respective rooms, there is guards very easily posted outside of the hall. You are then connected with Nikal, is the representative of the Temple of Sorna. So she's one of the young priestesses of Sorna. And you guys are actually escorted to a section within the keep where it's a very shrine styled room. And as you walk in, there is on the far wall where a fireplace would be, there is a very large engraved carving on the wall of a dragon. And in the center of the wall, so not on the floor, in the center of like a little bit higher up on the wall, there is a bowl that has just a roiling, beautiful flame of reds and oranges and pinks, and this spark that just feels like life as you enter into this. And this depiction of this dragon goes up, and like the tail carries across the entire room, and the wings encapsulate onto the sides of the walls, and you do see Nikal standing before this as her head is down and seems to be finishing some sort of prayer.
Two quick questions. First,
yeah.
So the depiction of Sorna, I guess just knee-jerk pulled, like, D&D dragons, but it's sort of more of like the Eastern dragon where it's very long and serpentile.
It is more of the D&D dragon of the like the classic Eastern, but just because like this room is not very big, and so like if the dragon was like curled, like
Oh, it's
and
just
like
that massive?
yeah, it's just
Okay.
that big of an engraving around and that sort of thing.
Okay. And then while we were being led to this room, would we have passed where Isaac's room currently is?
Yes. So like your guys' rooms are like here. Isaac's room is like here. And so like to
Okay.
go that like you literally pass Isaac's room in order to get down your
Okay.
own hallway.
As we were walking down that hallway, is it particularly well lit, or is it just kind of torches and sconces?
At this time of night, it's very torches and sconces, and that sort of thing.
Okay. Filing that away. Continue.
And pocket.
Yep.
You are not
I
the
put
first
this one
person
right
to
here.
ask, is this low light in this campaign?
Yeah, pretty much.
Who else would ask that in our party?
Yeah,
I have
it's
no
weird.
idea.
I don't
Not
know who would be
not
talking
a
about that.
not a scary person who has a giant shadow ball for no reason.
Oh boy, Mr. Step Through Your Shadows. Hey, I'm here now.
Yeah. Never before has that question been asked.
Oh, good. Ben will just stand there for half a second to take it all in, like, ah, wonderful, wonderful. It's been a while since I've stepped foot in a church. I'm surprised there weren't more flames, and he'll start to approach.
As you start to approach, you do hear a little chuckle come from Nicole, and she goes, I mean, we could make this flame larger, but I don't think that would work in a room this size.
Right, yeah. Well, it depends on the ventilate. I'm not gonna talk architecture here. Speaking of architecture, I just had a few questions about the foundations of these gods.
And you see Nicole, the spinning image of her mother, like still very bronze dragon esque, and is just beaming, and just smiles and goes, what can I do for you? I'm happy to answer all that I can. Are you familiar with the Cardinals, or is this new to you?
No, I lived with some druids, and I am tied to gear myself.
So from Tyr, not
Yes.
from Idune.
Yes, I'm
Welcome.
unfamiliar with Idune's spread.
It is similar, but yes, it is a different flavor, you could say.
And that's kind of the foundation of my questions. How do they become gods?
That's a large question, isn't it? Well, I guess it depends on the origin story that you choose to believe. There are those that believe that the gods came from the stars and needed a place to land and were able to take a proper form there. There are those that believe that the gods were the creatures that they were in a wandering land of black, and in their hostility to each other, and in addition to just finding some sort of semblance of purpose, were able to create what they did. My personal favorite, at least, is just to know that the great beasts that are the Cardinals were once memory and light and hope and everything that was incorporeal. And as that grew just over time, that became reality, and that faith became something solid. And in doing so, they saw all of the expanse before them, and they were able to take that and turn it into something absolutely incredible, that Ree was able to separate the dark from the light, that Sorna was able to breathe life into all the inhabitants, that Kemish was able to create the mountains and valleys and carry water through the land, and she just kind of, she starts to just kind of go a bit, and she kind of stops herself and she goes, but just to know that Vidar was there to be able to help in that creation as well, to be able to rise all of the mountains as high as he could and still be able to be a champion and a defender to the other gods. That's something that's one of the origins that I personally love, because it makes my faith feel like it can do something a little bit more than just be faith, that all the things that I hope for could be something. So really, it just kind of depends on which origin you would care to choose from.
Right. I'm more familiar with the second one. There's always a middle road to reach, and you should strive for it. I guess, terribly so, I have to ask, have gods died before?
She goes, why, yes. Your own Cardinal of the West fell at one point. The Boar Galti had defended against the Serpent of Yorn, someone that Vidar himself had been able to defend against in the world of Idun, but Galti had tried to stand up to him. Hence the reason why Deer has the amount of water that has been pushed inland. And she goes, I'm so sorry. I don't know. I know my gods better than I know my geography. But all of the western islands of your continent used to be connected to the mainland. And that was lost when Galti supposedly died. We hope that no such thing happens with Sorna in her current state, because she's the giver of life on Idun. So if she passes, who knows what happens to all of us?
Right. Stressful indeed. I'm glad that I've chosen the mission to stick with. I didn't know that we were quite that important in this moment, but...
We're all important in the story that we are telling. No one can tell it but you. And no one can lead that story. And so even though it may feel minuscule to you, and sure, you may be a subplot of someone else's, you could bear your own story.
You bring up a great point. Are you aware of how they mass produce apples?
Such as simple spells like create food and water, or are you speaking of like the orchards near Chimefield? Because forgive me, but my forestry and agricultural knowledge fails me at that point.
Oh, right. Sorry. Druids.
That
My answer becomes concerning by something called grafting. There's a certain type of consistency that people try to reach with apple production, to where they'll graft rather than planting from seeds, and I'm getting strange tinglings that this might be that sort of situation.
that the gods are grafted to this world? Or...
Sorry, I didn't start from the start point. Jade. The Jade.
Oh, yes. That was rather interesting. What we saw in the council room earlier. I apologize again. While I do bear magical properties, the arcane in regards to your wizard friend often falls short.
Right. Sorry, I only mentioned this to prove a point to end my ideals. I don't expect you to know anything past what I've told. I just was looking for your answers, and you've been very helpful.
So, but no, now I'm curious, and like you see her like kind of get really excited, and she goes, "Are you saying that there may be a solution to your friend's problem in regards to apples?"
I'm
No.
surmising that this jade infection is an entity's attempt to graft onto the divine.
Perhaps? I mean, it's not exactly clear what happens when gods die, right?
Right. But
So,
to
Oh dear.
at least
right.
with a living thing, and especially in regards to healing, because there is means of grafting a body to body. Living tissue is the best way to do that. And of course, plants can be far more detailed
Forgiving.
than I. Right. But life is necessary. Correct? You can't just stick two sticks together, I would assume.
I'll bring this
Whatever-
up to the Scroll Master if I need to.
Beautiful. I would just think that, at least with regards to what I saw looked more like a disease versus a symbiotic melding.
Diseases. Terrible things. More plant-related ideals come to my head. But agriculture isn't your strong suit.
Of course. Yes, I'm terrible at agriculture. This is such a hard conversation to have, and tell my brain to shut up.
You know nothing of agriculture.
I know nothing of plants. It's not like this is my job or my degree or anything.
No, you know nothing.
I know nothing. This is what getting into character is doing to me. This is the hardest conversation I've had in all of my 5 years of D&D.
Yeah, up top, Sam. Well, I'm sorry to bring such a downer topic to you. Ollie, if you had any other final remarks.
I don't believe so. My question regarding plants is less agriculturally based. It's just they were used as a medium for an answer given, and I find myself still ruminating on them.
Trees, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure you have, has it been made to you once or twice, the answers that the divine give us are rarely so cut and dry.
Oh, yes. It would be so much nicer if they just said what they meant, wouldn't it?
Right.
But your answer came through trees as well?
Through the symbology of trees. I myself am I'm not sure if follower is the right word, but I grew up under the influence of Kenish, and so that's the
Okay.
closest connection to the divine that I have. And recently, I spoke with him or asked of him for some guidance regarding our friend Isaac, and he showed me a pair of trees as an answer, and I have the inkling of a starting place of what he might have been trying to say, but it's
And she looks to you, Ollie, and then looks over to you, Ben, and goes, I apologize that I may not have been able to address your questions correctly, my dear Fearbulk, but I can deal with visions. Let's see what we can do here.
Right. No worries at all. You answered my questions.
And this was a dream that you had?
a divination.
And she goes, that we might be able to work with. Describe the trees for me, if you would be so kind.
Yes, of course. I asked Kemish for aid, and I asked him if Isaac would be safe in our attempts to remove the black spot from him. And he presented me with two trees. One was beautiful and full of life and sprawling these long, vibrant branches filled with oranges and reds and all of the colors of the first autumn leaves. And on the other was this morose willow surrounded by ire and darkness and sorrow, and it seemed to have been made of stone or inoculated with stone or something of that capacity. And from what I've managed to put together, it's only been a couple of days, but it has absorbed all of my waking moments since. I believe the first tree to be connected to Sorna in some capacity, as she is the life giver. And
From the description of the coloration, and you see standing behind her, like, again, that fire of life, like, that coloration looks spot on to you, Ollie, of everything that you had just described.
and it's the beautiful, oh shit, yes, just like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, right there.
Yeah. Oh.
I understand that it is a reference or a gentle nudge towards Sorna, and I hope, at best surmise, I believe it to mean that, like, following through with releasing Sorna will be most beneficial towards him, I think. I'm mostly struggling with what this other tree means, or what impact it holds.
She kind of sits there for a second, and as she's pondering, she goes, well, like what you said, it's not surprising if the one tree does represent Sorna. I will tell you that from what I saw today, the question that you asked very much so reflects the answer that you received after seeing your friend.
Right.
Seems like he and they and your crew and generals tend to be dealing with some thoughts and feelings that are a little bit deeper for this world, I guess you could say. And so it is valid that Chemish did not give you a of course he's going to be fine, because that was completely up to Mr. Crow and the means of which he let go of that black spot. Now, I can't say for certain, but we did offer to say if Isaac was interested in using a cleric in order to remove the problem that faced him, and he chose the arcane.
Right.
I can't say whether or not that is what instigated and then caused the effect that we all saw within that room, but I mean, it seems like in that moment a choice was given, and it could have gone one of two ways, and it went one of two ways, and who knows if his path will continue on that same way if he continues to choose the one of two.
I had hoped that I would have time to speak to Isaac about the vision, but everything happened quite quickly.
Yes, quickly is a very good word for what happened today.
But you make a fair point. And yes, you are correct. I try not to be so assertive or potentially arrogant. But I have very quickly seemed to surmise that of our ramshot crew, the two of us standing here in the room seem to be the most level-headed about most decisions. I flash back to Ben grabbing Isaac by the shirt and like dragging him around the room.
Like slamming him on the table.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Most decisions.
Hey, watch it.
The cleric kind of chuckles before you, and she goes, I mean, with the story that I have heard and seen of your particular group, it's one of those things that would be very interesting to see if, again, this is a reaction of how you all have had to deal with the tasks at hand and with the decks, with the cards that you have all been dealt, or if this is simply the people that they are. Because if that's the case, then that makes things rather interesting all around. While my connection to Sorna is still active, it is a little inconsistent at the moment. I can see if I could ritually commune with her within the next day or two to see if I can potentially get some answers for you in regards to your own vision. When you say stone on this willow, was there a particular coloration? Was it
It was. I'm not a mason by trade, so stones are where I am somewhat out of my element. Silence.
Well,
I mean, I guess yes. If you can help me out, they were pale and smooth. Not terribly striated in any capacity.
Trady? I will also converse with the scroll master to see if anything of the like, or if we have anyone within the keep or have connections to any sort of masonry. We have a lot more carpenters here on Trust than we do stonemasons, but they do exist. I mean, clearly you have seen the gorgeous work of this room, and as well as our dragon in the town square.
Right. Yes, I guess information would be helpful in the days while we are waiting, but I hesitate to ask you to reach out to Sorna by nature of the danger that she's in. You spoke earlier about the potential origins, and I too believe that the gods aren't things. They're not tangible in the same way that you and I are. I think they are faith given form. And so I think as far as her ability to assist us, I think we give her strength by having faith in the powers that she will hold once she is free.
Of course. And we should still extend the hand even when she may not reach back, because we don't know at any point she may be the one reaching first. So it's always nice to know. At least that's why I still ask. That's why I still sit here. That's why I still pray. That's why, even though there are some who have found it foolish, Sorn is one of the few gods that we still have a very corporeal connection with. As great as it was for you to see divinely Chemish has not touched foot on the material plane in, who knows, millennia?
Yeah,
But Sorn...
long before you or I.
Yeah. But Sorna chooses to be amongst her people. And so, if that's the case, then I'm going to choose her as well. All I can ask is that you all find her and bring her home, because we love and we miss her. And if I'm the only devoted one left, then it's at least one light that she can come back to.
I think we need more people like you.
Yes, I was just thinking the same. There's an earnesty there that is not seen so much these days that I appreciate.
And Nicole kind of blushes and she goes, some find my faith naive, so I find it refreshing to hear it as a compliment instead of a weakness. Is there anything else I can answer for you? I'm sorry that I could only do so much. I'll see if there's any more I could provide.
Huh? Oh, no, thank you. Sorry, that's right. We are but guests.
Yes, and you've been more than helpful, especially with the lives that we've led for the last month. This is once again a wonderful change of pace to be able to sit down with somebody and just get some honest fucking answers.
she kind of chuckles and goes, well, again, from the stories that I have heard and from the locations that I know that you all were traveling to, I do find it very again, complimentary that I am better than pirates.
Yes, I suppose it's not exactly the most glowing of commendations.
I mean, I guess some of them are good at their jobs and they live in legend and infamy, but I find my joy in service and in knowing that even though I may not be in line for the cardinalship, that I can still give the cardinal all that I can, and that Sorna will still be there for me regardless.
I think that's wonderful. And yes, we don't mean to take up too much of your time.
Of course. Again, please, if there's comes a time where you need me and I'm not here, for I am frequently here amongst the shrine, the guards can pass on a message to find me if you do so need. My brother may also be of help to you if needed. He's a little bit more pointed of an individual. He's a little bit more built for politics than I am. So if you do see him and you do ask questions, you may be met with a little bit more of a sharper tongue, but he means well, and he knows when he speaks, he does know what he is speaking of. But I think I will leave it at that. I think that's the best compliment that I can give him without completely dissuading you from a prickly nature.
I know the kind.
I mean,
I'm sorry, I'm terrible with faces and names. Who again is your brother?
And she goes, his name is Nalith.
Right. Yes. I'm sure all of us are going to have a lot to think on over the next couple of days, but yes, we'll reach out if we need anything.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, please sleep well. And I hope that the next days are good to you all before you head out to the seas. I do not envy the mission, the means of the way that you have to travel. But I do respect the mission that you are on.
Oh, I think it'll be fine. Our new captain, he's very good with a fiddle, apparently, so I think we'll be fine.
She goes, may Sorna guide you and be a light in the darkness.
Thank you.
Anything else that Ben and Ollie would like to do with this night before you all go to bed?
all right, so I'll ask the question before you have to ask it. Are we going to see Isaac, or are we not going to see Isaac?
Oh no, yeah, I'm fully intending on going to see Isaac.
All right, well, I can't legally let you go alone, so...
Do we have to buddy system to talk to Isaac now? Because no one's safe.
No one's safe.
Never know when that guy's
Um,
gonna snap.
Yep. You go to Isaac's room, and instead of 2 guards, there's only 1.
Uh-oh.
Killed
And
one.
yeah. And as you present saying that you would like to talk with Isaac, there is he is speaking with the Scroll Master at the moment. But we can alert you when he has returned, or I've assured that you will be able to speak with him in the morning.
Can I humor myself and just look through the room while he's gone?
The room was inspected before we put him in there, and I
Mhm.
inspected it after he left. Is there anything particular that you're looking for?
Um, no, idle curiosity to see if anything changed. But if you've already inspected, I trust your.
It is
Keen eyes.
common protocol, just to make sure that if there is any form of contraband or things that your wizard friend was hiding, we need to be aware of it. And from what I could tell, he did not leave anything behind, so...
Well, Ollie, how do you feel?
I would like to speak with him this eve, before we all bed for the night. But yes, it's no rush. I'm perfectly capable on waiting until he's done speaking with the Scroll Master.
Okay. Well, if you are staying at the keep, I will let you know when he has returned, and we can go from there.
I will.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Probably... Oh, sorry. Ben, go
No,
ahead.
I have nothing.
No, you're... Probably within 30 minutes or so, you get a knock on your door, Ollie. And Isaac, as you return to your room, one of the guards mentions that you have a request for and he pauses and he goes, not necessarily a request, there is someone else that would like to speak with you this evening. And as you go to be escorted into your room, you do see Ollie, and I'm also assuming Ben. The buddy system of stepping out into the hall and approaching your room.
And then from
both
your
guards...
shadows. No, I'm just kidding.
Poof.
Oh. Hey, thought the visiting hours were over.
Oh, are they? I'm so sorry. We can come back in the morning. I didn't know they had regulated hours.
I'm surprised they haven't. What's up?
I think this is going to be a somewhat extensive conversation, so let's go in and sit.
Okay.
You enter into Isaac's room, where there is a bed, and a guard brings a chair, and there is a crate. And the crate is basically a very small dresser sort of setup. There's like 2 shelves on it. It is a very, very pared down version of the room that you two are in. And one of the guards stands in the room with you while you are talking.
I'll just
Cozy.
plop down crisscross applesauce on the floor, like nonplussed.
Oh, sorry. Did you want the chair, Isaac?
No, that's fine. Jeez, it is gonna get hot in here very quickly.
So I can make myself smaller if that would be.
I think it would take away from the impact.
I'm gonna look to the
Probably.
guard and say, "Is there somewhere else we can do this? I don't want to be sitting in here."
And the guard goes, of course we can make arrangements, and escorts you to, not back to the same council room that you were in, but to a much smaller council room. Like there's probably a small table that could fit like 6 on it, but
Ah.
it's a round table. And it looks like there's a bookcase in here, very small, kind of study-esque area.
Much better.
Take a seat kind of opposite Isaac so I can look him in the eye while we're talking. I guess the long and the short of it is I first want your opinion on something, and then depending on how that goes, there's something I would like to try.
Oh boy.
So the first, as we were sailing into Trost, I spoke with Kemish regarding you. I divined with him and asked of him the degree of your safety as we attempted to remove the black spot from you. And he showed me a vision of these 2 trees, and one of which, and again, I will describe in great detail to the best of my ability, the 2 trees, the Sorna and the marred willow.
The scary.
Yeah. And I spoke briefly with fucking insert name here. I've already forgotten her name.
Nicole.
Nicole. I spoke with Nicole about it, as she is also a divinely attuned companion. And she pointed out to me that it likely means that it kind of boils down to you and the choices available to you at any given moment. The first one obviously being that we stay true to this path of trying to release Sorna, and the powers available to her should we free her from her shackles, and the breadth of life that she holds. The other, I don't know specifically what it refers to, but I guess it's just any option that's not that. But it seems strange to me that it was a tree covered in stone, and I guess it was about you, and so I was curious if a dying willow covered in white stone meant anything to you.
Try not to read into visions too much. But no, I don't believe that strikes any accord with me.
Okay. Yes, of course. I too am not one to believe in, just people who read too far into dreams seem strange to me, and so I don't think of those too often. But this was quite literally a vision given to me by a god, so I put a little bit more weight in it.
I had to listen to that one.
Yeah,
It
that one's
was
a lot harder to ignore.
was quite grand. I was in the room.
While we were also speaking with Nadal, she and Ben as well, we hypothesized about a number of things, and we spoke about this jade affliction that you hold, and some of the potentialities of it. And Ben brought up an interesting point about, I guess, it boils down to a potential parasitic nature, where it's not necessarily a curse, but an entity's attempt to garnish something entirely outside of my scope of understanding. But it made me curious, and so if you're okay with it, I'd like to inspect your arm.
Sorry, if you would enlighten me, how did you come to this conclusion that it's a something?
Trees.
That's such a terrible answer.
Okay, sorry.
That was great.
I mean, you heard the man, trees.
My previous hypothesis was sort of grafting in the nature of I had surmised that maybe the wielder of your book might be able to funnel straight directly through the jade to meet some end, but that doesn't make much sense. What with having to be living to do anything.
It's not concrete, obviously. Pardon the pun. But there was just, between his hypothesis and then seeing how whatever familiar resides in your spellbook was able to pass that affliction on to someone else, to where it's not just something afflicting you personally as a curse would, at least in the broad strokes, that it's something that can be attached to somebody else through what specific means, or for what specific means, I'm unsure. I just wanted, if it was at all possible, to inspect your arm and see if I can glean any sort of additional information regarding it. And if nothing else, potentially alleviate the inconvenience of it to a certain merit.
Well, I don't see any harm in it. Kind of like pull up his sleeves and let his arm rest on the table, almost like he's gonna give blood.
Okay. The as this arm is put in front of you, in what manner are you wanting to inspect it? Are you wanting to inspect this more on a physiological standpoint? Are you wanting to look at this more from a like magical point?
I think it's mostly magical. I want to see if I can sort of parse any sort of, I guess, if it is living, and not in the way that, like, obviously it's jade, it's a rock, it's not got a heartbeat or anything, but in the way that it's growing up his arm, if it's growing uniformly, if it's growing in the way that stones do, where it's very geometric, or if it mirrors the appearance of something intentionally growing up his arm as an organism would.
I would like the just physiological. If it's alive, dead, can you move it?
Okay. I would say, Ben specifically, go ahead and do a medicine check.
You got it.
And Ollie, I will either let you do a perception or a medicine, and it will just kind of depend. Like, it will flavor the answer that I give you.
Hey, that's a natural 20.
Yay.
Nice. Woo, woo. I think I'm gonna do medicine just because I'm trying to get deeper into the understanding of it. And a dirty 20.
Hey.
Beautiful. Hey, that makes me actually giving an answer a lot easier, that I can tell you both basically the same thing instead of being like, you find this and you find this.
Right.
So as you are inspecting Isaac's arm, and you've seen Isaac use his arm, like his hand still, like his fingers still move, like, and he's still able to like bend his arm and move it properly. But like everything about this arm is jade, at least that you can tell. And then as you go further up the arm, you do see where it meets where the flesh is, and it very much so looks like, and I've used this description with Isaac before, but it looks very much so like a fault line where you have that tectonic plate that's being buried underneath, and the top layer is just like shifting and pulling and growing over the top of it. Especially with a nat 20 and with a dirty 20, like as you go to kind of like poke at it to see if there's any separation there, it is like pulling against like a rat trap. Like it is stuck on there. But the flesh is going somewhere, and the flesh like is there with the 20s that the two of you have. This feels more of a something that is crawling onto Isaac versus something that is transmuting his entire physiology. And as you even like, as you're kind of feeling around and inspecting this arm, like it's weak, but you can feel a pulse through this jade.
So as we're inspecting, I will kind of the motor skill of his arm isn't impacted at all. Like it's not keeping his elbow from extending all the way, and he can still move his
Right.
fingers
If
as necessary.
if anything, it's like what you would assume like a doll to be able to do. Like there's a lot of like twisting, and certain range of motion is definitely hindered, but like it's it still is able to be like, okay, lift, do the basic movement that you can do with this arm.
Tony has just given me the best question that I was also thinking of. Do the pulses match?
Match to Isaac?
Yes, Isaac's
with a
own.
20? Yes. This does not feel like it is coming from the jade of that pulse. It feels like it is a weak pulse coming from beneath it.
I would like to know more about this snake, Isaac.
What do you wish to know?
Boy, so many questions come to the mind. It really just filled me up here. Where did you come across the spellbook in the first place?
When I was a child, it was simply found underneath my bed. I don't know how it got there, but my working theory is that Scrollmaster Alabaster perhaps placed it there.
All right. And you've had dealings with this person before then?
No. I didn't even know who he was until we were in Lindworm.
Right. I suppose this is a good a time if any. Hi, my name is Benjamin Chrysanthos. We got off on the wrong foot with our relationship, and it went south very quickly, and we've been fighting. But who are you? The son of so-and-so, or genius in the flesh? Any descriptors that have been given to you?
I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that.
Uh, the Chrysanthos family are well-known craftsmen. Uh, it runs deep in my family. I was born and raised in it, and the skills pass on to me. Who is your family?
My mother's name is Samantha Crow, and my father is Xander Crow. And I trained under Amira Hamito for a number of years. I don't think the Crow family was really anything of note until, until this. I'll kind of move his arm a little bit.
Oh, right, yes. Right. And your tutelage, what's with them? Was it that before you got the spell book?
Uh, that was after. She was able to help me regain movement in my limb after it was petrified.
Petrified. I'm so sorry to keep battering you with questions here, but how did she help?
She offered her library to me. Parts of it were off limits, and eventually I found myself finding tomes in those off limits parts that could help me regain the motion in my arm.
Well, that kind of throws out some of my theories. How I got in my mess was a debt by what I believe my father racked up and ran with. And so that's why I was with the Black Talons and everything crumbled in on itself. So I was just curious if this might have been a pointed attack towards a tutor rather than a circumstance that you just so happened to have a book placed underneath your bed.
No. My tutor was kind. I can't imagine she had many enemies.
Was? Has she passed?
Yes, she passed.
From what?
I killed her.
It's been the leaning forward detective pose from Ben, and he'll sit back and let the statement breathe for a moment. Yes, we all have our demons, I suppose. Why?
I was desperate. I was angry. She withheld information that could help me, and when I found out, I lashed out.
Ben nods. Sorry, keep going.
I regret it. I don't. I haven't really talked about her in a very long time. She wanted to help, and I simply thought she wasn't helping enough, and I took my anger out on her. Just another burden that I have to carry.
I do apologize for being so forthright about it, but I suppose this is a common occurrence for you, Isaac Rowe.
What's a common occurrence?
I find it troubling your lack of faith in others.
And what do you want me to say? I don't... If I can't do it myself, then what's the point in relying on others to do it for me?
I think that's
Oh,
more than we have time to get to the root cause of in one evening's discussion. I don't mean to squash your line of inquiry, Ben, but we're getting a little into the weeds.
the sun is coming up.
Yeah. If I may ask, who is this scribe master of Alabaster? Or at least to you?
Someone I very much want dead. What I am aware of is that he was using my name in Lindworm to smuggle individuals out of Lindworm and, to my understanding, south.
Where there's currently a... I don't know that. Me, the character, does not know that. Yep. So you never met him as a child?
No, at least I
Alright.
don't have memory of any kind. He's Nyx's former master, or I guess, if you ask Nyx, is still Nyx's master. And from what I understand, he is making an army, turning them to jade.
Ben,
Yes, sir.
you know stones.
Sure, yeah.
You get stone.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Welcome to the session, Tony.
Okay, bye.
Is... Alabaster is a stone, correct?
Alabaster is a stone, correct?
Yes, it is. If you want to roll a history check, especially because your family dealt with trees.
Yeah, we were druids.
Yeah,
I specifically don't have that one.
You could
Oh,
either
I
do
thought
a
you were.
nat-
I thought you had masonry.
I have
Proficiency or something.
smith's tools.
I
and
misunderstood.
I have everything around it.
If you want to roll either a nature or a history check, I will see how much about stones you know.
Oh, good. They're both the same number. Let's do nature. All right. A 2. Well, a 1.
a 1. You would be able to identify that willow way before you would be able to identify the stones.
I am terribly sorry. I come from a mountain range where every stone looks the same. They tell me they're different. But
My apologies. The misunderstanding is on my end. I have things that I should probably look into come the morning. But before we retire, there is something I'd like to try, and I don't know if it's a great idea.
those are the best kind of ideas, my
I
friend.
was gonna say that makes me so nervous as a DM when you guys say that. Keep going, Ollie, please.
Ben, do you have a cord of leather or anything of the capacity?
Oh no, where's this?
Got a cord.
thing?
I don't know if this is going to hurt, and you're more than welcome to tell me no, Isaac, but I have an idea that might be able to at least make this more manageable.
He's just gonna start choking you.
You won't have to deal with this anymore.
Chuck him
Fucking
out a
go
window.
out in
Again, what's the leather for and what's the idea?
Oh, the leather is to bite in case this hurts very tremendously bad. The idea is that I'm going to try to attempt to peel some of this jade off of your body via magic.
I do have to interject as well. We saw what happened to the end of Ruby's finger, right?
Right, which is why I won't be touching it.
I meant as in when it was cut off, then it came back in the nub.
Hmm.
I mean, you can still do
Are
it.
you
So I
able to
fear
patch up
that-
the wound after you've gotten the jade off. Otherwise, maybe it does make sense to have a cleric here.
The way that it's growing on you leads me to believe that it's not invasive to your anatomy. That your arm, unjaded, still made of flesh, blood, and bone, is under there. And my idea is to use the magics available to me to simply, if there's this much jade on his body, take this much jade off the top.
Okay.
That will potentially slow the amount that it is trying to grow up his body and potentially give him some mobility back, that it will be less detrimental to him moving forward.
Oh, a little off the top.
You're more than welcome to tell me it's an absolutely insane idea. It was just something I thought of as we were sailing into Trust.
Well, if I'm being honest with you, I was considering doing the same not too long ago. You're more than welcome to try. If I pass out, though, please stop.
I would like to confer with at least a council of people before we do anything regarding Jade anymore.
One of the guards actually goes, "Excuse me. I don't know if it is the hour of which it is all happening, or if simply you..." And he goes, "I do request that there's no surgery be done without proper supervision of cleric or with Cardinal around. If this is the plan that you all have, we have strict instruction to not allow any other further loss of appendage or limb while we are here."
Yes, I probably should test it first. Thank you for your clarity. I have one other thing that we need to do before the night's end, but it will not be with Isaac's arm. We can put a pin in that.
And it just goes
Lovely.
tink, and then it falls down to the ground.
Fuck. Pin it to his other arm.
Ah!
But that is another inch. I need to speak with Ruby very briefly.
Ruby.
I need to see if she has any plans with her missing finger.
These are also questions.
Due to the time of night, the guard does let you know that Ruby is asleep.
We could just take it. We could just. I'm
You-
kidding. I'm kidding.
You could just sneak in and take, yeah. You do have those shadow boots for one reason and one reason only, and it's to go get that.
To go get that faker.
Yeah. You did see that when Ruby did remove their finger, that the finger then became completely jade.
Right.
And the cauterization was jade on their hand.
Right.
And the guard goes, if you have no further questions for Mr. Crow, we do have orders to return him to his room.
Oh, right.
Yes. Let's call it an evening.
I mean, unless you have something, Isaac. How rude of
No,
us,
no,
huh?
this has been great. Listen, I know I'm obviously a bit prickly sometimes, but I do appreciate your help with this. I'm pretty sure that there isn't a group I have a better chance with figuring out how to fix this than you all.
Right. Don't murder me, though, right? Now we'll make it a deal. I won't murder you either. I know. I lost my temper a couple of times there.
Again, I just, if you could, the two of you, do me a favor and not tell the others about that.
Oh, right. I didn't even think about that. Yes.
Not
From
exactly
behind you,
something
you
I'm
just hear,
proud of.
you just hear, tell us what? No, I'm just kidding.
What are you guys talking about?
Just eating fucking chips.
Yeah.
In the corner.
In the corner, in the shadow.
Yes, your history will stay sealed until it is your story to tell, obviously.
I appreciate it. And thanks for not, I guess, judging me too harshly based on it.
Right, yes. I'm trying to solve your problems as well as you are.
I just don't think there's much point in wallowing on the past that can't be changed. I think it's more useful to focus on the future.
Agreed.
I am a bit of a night owl, so I think if they will allow me, I'm going to go do a light bit of research in the library before bed.
Okay.
So I will see you all in the morning.
See you all in the morning.
I will be there.
The guards escort Isaac back to his room, inform you that Ruby is asleep, and the request to go to the library has been made. Due to the hour, they're not going to allow you a lot of time here. So if there's anything specific that you were looking for, they can try to find it as quickly as possible for you, but you'll probably have more luck in a deeper dive once the official librarian is here.
Right. I just need one book,
Okay.
and it's a book on geology. It is a how to identify minerals.
A to Z of stones and their archetypes and their
Rocks
names and
for dummies.
yeah.
Rocks for dummies.
You open the first page and it starts with an A. Yes, a book of that ilk is able to be procured for you. And you do find a beautiful hand-drawn depiction of alabaster stone. Alabaster is a very common stone for sculpture. If marble is not procured, alabaster is often a second form of medium for that. And you see a very familiar white, slightly marbled stone, but very, very similar to the stone that you saw surrounding and crawling up this willow tree within your vision.
Mighty unfortunate. Mighty unfortunate. And I will thank whoever is basically, I would assume, standing over my shoulder watching me.
Yes.
I literally open up the book to the first page, close it, and go, thank you so much.
And the skull guard goes, oh. Wow, people usually spend a lot more time in here, and like escorts you out and gets you back to your room.
He's a light reader.
That's
Yeah.
it, man. That's it.
Now, if we were talking about pyrite, that's a couple pages
Yeah.
further down.
Right.
What you know about cubic zirconium?
Yeah. Oh, we don't have the technology for that. Ooh, never mind. Keep going.
I would assume that just kind of by being creatures of comfort, me and Ben are still sharing a room, if it was available. And so when I get back to the room, I will look at Ben and go, I think I figured out my vision. And it's bad.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah.
The stone on the willow of doom and despair and whatever it was is alabaster.
Uh-huh.
You know, the name of the scribe warden that is
Right.
building a Jade army in the south of Europe.
Yeah,
I only say this because Tony has given me such crap for this name. It is Scrollmaster Alabaster. It does rhyme. That was completely unintentional, just to let you know.
Come on now.
Rules.
It is so good.
I can just see Tony just I can't make my proper joke if it's Scribe Wardens.
Scribe. I think I've said every permutation of it of Scribe Master, Scroll Master, Scroll Warden, Scribe Warden.
Eventually, you got just far enough off that I was like, okay, we'll hip check back. Sorry.
Listen. His name is Scribe Warden Gordon. Okay, listen. He's really great.
It's his first name.
I think the Scribe Master Alabaster is a much more malicious force than even Isaac may be aware of.
Yeah, for sure. Did the Jade Army tip you off, or?
I mean, that's not good, obviously. We're learning a lot of things. Just
murder, just murder, like flat out not. Oh, jeez. I feel for the guy, I really do, but Hush.
I don't know what to do, Ben. with this party, with the sword on my back. I've been trying really hard to be a voice of reason, a positive impact. And I'm terrified.
It's at this point that Ben will actually sit up from his laying position and kind of really regard you as you're speaking.
My master was supposed to be the Shale, not me. I thought if I followed in her footsteps, I could make it where she couldn't. And maybe in some strange sense that because she taught me everything I know, that it was like she was succeeding in it too. And I don't know if I can. I'm trying to be brave and to be useful and to be this grand force that I surmise a Shale needs to be. And there's a part of me that is proud because I have made it farther than she did, so to a certain extent, I'm doing what I set out to do, but I don't know how far I can take it. And we're about to set off on such an insane journey, and I've been trying to pretend that it's not terrifying me. Every time somebody talks about it, I thought if I talked a big game and I claimed that I was going to be the next Shale of the Sea, that it would convince me that I wasn't absolutely terrified to go on this journey. And if I found enough information and I could make everyone else strong and I could fix everybody else's problems, that they could help me. And then the problems just keep getting bigger and scarier.
For a short while, I used to think like that, where it was doing something because someone else couldn't or wouldn't, in my case. I regarded earlier about my father and his debt. I spent the first 2 months thinking, oh, well, I'm just doing my time, I'm just really nailing this out to save my family. This is not that bad. And then they actually have you hurt people. And that's also terrifying. I'm scared. I was freed a couple days ago from something that I didn't know that I need to be saved from. You bumped into me and we latched together, but I'm glad it was you. I haven't regretted it since. In some stockade, some ship hold, you're cuddled into a corner, and I just so happen to move the right barrel.
I don't regret it either. if I'm not strong enough to do this, will you still help me?
If you're not strong enough to do this, then I'll make you strong enough to.
Good night, Ben.
Good night, Ollie. You're not alone.
I know. I think. And he'll roll over and go to bed.
Okay. As night and finally sleep comes to all of you within the keep, the thoughts of the day kind of stewing in everyone's heads, and just the sheer amount of what has happened in this day hits. You're all able to find whatever level of sleep you are able to attain. Back on the grave mistake, the night goes late as laughter fills the captain's quarters, as Portia continues to soak up for lost time with Artem. And it's a little bit ironic, the contrast of the amount of information and thought and depth that is going on in the keep, and how absolutely that does not matter in this moment on the grave mistake. As the night wanes on and morning comes to you all receive a long rest, and in your next day on the island of Trust, that is where we are going to pick up next week.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Well, also, thanks for the new subscriber. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But,
Thank you for
It's
your
just-
continued patronage.
It's just fun to see that people want to be here for this.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I think that
And I
every
have-
week.
Right. But I had this moment where I was like, oh, I should thank them. Tunes back into the story for a split second, and we're having a really intense conversation. And I was like, maybe
Hey,
later.
Yeah.
Welcome to this campaign. Like, there's
Yeah,
never
right.
there's never a good beat to be like, hey, by the way, thank you. Like, there was one time we got raided, and it was just like, oh, this is so not a good time to get raided. But yeah, thanks
boy.
everybody for joining in and for following along. We'll see you all next week for this game, and yeah, should be a good time as I'm guessing, homework for all of you. I'm guessing, mostly because of the conversation that I heard before the game started, if there are any things that you want to shop for, look for, spells that you want, please send those to me so that way I can be fully prepared for you all next week. Would be fantastic, especially where we're probably going to speed run the prep days before you guys get back on the boat, unless there's anything like hardcore specific that you want to be looking up at Trust and that sort of thing. But
No 3-day
you're-
shopping episode.
I mean, we could.
No, I'm with you. Let's
Yeah.
skip that.
We joked about a 6-hour funeral. We could do a 3-day shopping episode.
Oof.
But
thank you.
But yeah, if there's any specifically, like, if there's anything that you want for the ship or for yourself or anything like that, just let me know, so that way we can speed run that and hopefully get you guys back onto the ocean at some point to go save a dragon.
Oh yeah.
No, we're not saving a dragon. We're fighting a dragon.
Wait, guys.
Listen, I'm only saving the dragon so I can fight the dragon.
Ah, okay. You got it.
Arm wrestle.
I can bestow on you
Yep.
your wildest dream. Fight me!
Yep.
Most people want. There's always the joke of people going to go seduce the dragon. It's like, no, I
Right.
really just want to see if I can punch it. Like, that's
I just-
really all I want to do.
Listen,
Nah, put your hands up. Let's go.
Yep. I give you one wish. Cool. I wish to throw hands.
Let's go, Genie.
The dragon reverts to the humanoid form and goes, "This is the best I can do."
No, that ruins it. You're ruining it. Okay.
You got to be specific with your wishes. That's all.
Oh man, could you imagine you go to fight a dragon, the dragon turns into a human, you're like, this is not what I wanted. This is I fight humans all the time. That's not what I wanted to fight.
I wanted. We'll talk about that another day. Of just the sheer the details needed in order to properly fight a dragon. But yeah, thanks everybody. Wonderful to play with you as always.
Yeah. Don't forget to shout out people missing fingers.
Yep. Hey, and guess we didn't lose any limbs this time.
You were close.
Almost. Hey,
We were very close.
Well,
Right
hold
there.
on.
Oh,
We
We were
haven't
so
seen all the
close.
stuff that happened at the pirate ship.
that's
yeah.
true.
Artem lost a toe.
No. No, there's the crew members are running around. There's at least one of them lost at least a appendage.
You come back and Crawley is just like stitching people back together, Sally
Yes.
style from
Yep.
Nightmare
Oh.
Before Christmas.
I thought they were gonna
I'll
do
make
the
you.
like he's just a torso on a plank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think they call him Crawley?
Okay, well, everybody have a great night.